You're listening to the Shoot Your Shot podcast. I'm Jen.
And I'm Megan, and we're two boss babes sharing our journey and inspiring you along the way.
And today we are going to kick off our busy season and really just talk about kind of why we started our businesses again, why we love what we do, because this season is truly just reminding us why we started entrepreneurship and why we started our own businesses and all the fun things. Do you want to kick it off or you want me to kick it off today?
You can kick it off, but just want to say we haven't seen each other in so long. So, hey, how are you?
Girl. Oh, I'm so good. I can like finally breathe after the last 2 weekends, which I'm gonna talk about. But yeah, I finally have like a breath of fresh air. We
Good.
leave for vacation on Sunday.
Oh, good,
Today
good.
is Wednesday, I think. Tomorrow's my birthday.
Is it? No way. Happy birthday.
Thank you. But yeah, Megan and I are on Zoom right now, so if the audio is a little off, that's why. But we again are so grateful that technology has allowed us to continue to do this podcast, continue to share our journeys with everyone, and just continue to be together, even though it's virtually. Um, because we really did not want to pause this part of our business because we truly enjoy it. But it was too hard for us to get together. So thank you, Zoom, for allowing this to happen. But I will kick off today. So, really, what we're going to talk about is, again, kind of just like we could start off with reminding ourselves why we started. And the past 2 weekends were my official kickoff to the season. We're in June. It's June 19th. Tomorrow's the 20th of my birthday. And this month was really the kickoff to the Vintage Tourist mobile bar. We had some small events earlier in the season, but this is where it's like go, go, go every freaking weekend. And it just reminded me why I love what I do, but also I'll talk about this later, but I kind of had like a pivot moment in my business and I'm like really excited to share it with you because I haven't told
Okay.
you this yet. But these past few weekends have really shown me kind of some new things. So 2 weeks ago, we had our first wedding. It was a bride who booked me, God, so long ago. I can't even like remember. Well, actually, no, she booked me like a year ago, but it feels like forever ago because it was when I first built my second trailer. And she booked both trailers. It was originally going to be 275 people. It ended up being about 250. And she had booked the both of my mobile bars, which was like my dream when I started to think about building a second bar. And she booked them. So it was like the first kickoff to the season. It was also the first time I've ever done an event with both trailers.
That's so
Well, I did the big
exciting.
event with both, but not like a paid event.
Yeah.
So it was also in Waterford, Connecticut, which is about an hour and 20 minutes from me without traffic, which, if you know Connecticut, there's never not traffic, especially if you have to go through New Haven, and just Fairfield County in general. It's a disaster. So I left on Friday morning to drop off the first trailer, went back on Saturday, and also had no, I didn't have any other events that weekend. Went back on Saturday to actually work the event, brought that trailer home, and then had to go back on Monday and pick
Wow.
up the second trailer.
Wow.
So basically, it was a lot, but the wedding was just amazing. The bride was like the nicest, sweetest bride you could ever ask for. The 250 people that were there were the nicest people I've ever met. And it just like everything was flawless. I was kind of like managing, I had four bartenders and then myself, but I was really like managing the trailers and almost being just like, the behind the scenes, kind of the CEO, which was amazing. So
Yeah, you got to kind of watch.
I got to watch, I got to see the girls really in action, and it just reminded me that like they can do it without me and they know what they're doing and they got this. So that was like an amazing moment. And then this past weekend, I had three events on Saturday, which was just like, whew,
Oh
oh
my
my gosh,
gosh.
crazy. But it was a true testament to, again, reminding myself that I created this business so that I could take a step back. The girls who I hire and trained and, got to start, working the business can do it. And they were amazing. They were rock stars. I still worked a wedding with two of the girls. We built two small portable bars, which is so exciting. And yeah, I had one trailer out in Greenwich, Connecticut. I had one trailer out in Trumbull, which was awesome. It was like right down the street from my house. And then I worked a wedding with the portable bars in Westport.
Cool.
So again, a lot of logistics, a lot of prep work. Like that weekend was just crazy. But again, everything was just amazing. And it just like again reminded me why I love this, why I
Yeah.
do what I do. Um, but yeah, it was just awesome. So that was kind of my
Wow.
recap of the kicking off busy season.
Oh my gosh, a triple wedding day or event day is just like blows my mind. To drop the
Me too.
trailers off and go to like three different locations and make sure that everybody's doing well, that the clients are happy, that your workers are happy, that like that sounds insane. I can't believe you did that.
I can't either.
How did it go? Are you going to do it again?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this weekend we have two
Awesome.
events, so I'm
Wow.
working one small one. The girls are working another one, and then we leave for vacation Sunday. So it's again just going to be like a crazy Saturday. And then I have to like pack up my entire family to leave at 7 a.m. for vacation. But I thrive off of this. Like I
Yeah.
thrive off of busy. You know that. Like I go crazy when I'm not busy. So it's been really amazing.
Ah, that's crazy to hear. It's crazy to also to see it on social media because we haven't seen each other in so long. So you guys that are following us, you know that the last two episodes were solo episodes for both of us just because we've been struggling to see each other just with both of our event schedules just going crazy right now. So hence the Zoom call, but it's nice for social media and technology like you opened up the podcast with that we're able to still check in with each other and see what's going on and support each other from far away. Because I got to see the two portable bars at those events.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Whoa, this is so cool!" Like it's cool to see you continue to grow in different and unique ways that aren't just focused solely on the trailers too. It's something a little bit different, but still you're able to offer your business and the highlight of it, which is the drinks, and that you know the trailer is part of it, of course. But like it's very cool that you're able to do more, and it's
Yeah,
really fun to
and not
see.
to interrupt you because I'm so excited to hear your part of, your kickoff,
Yeah.
but I did not want to do portable bars. I just want to like
No.
pref for anyone who like is in a weird season in your business where you're making change happen. Change is so hard, no matter like what you go through, no matter what you do. I'm sure like you adding video to your business was
Mm.
like a big change for you, and change is so scary. And doing the two portable bars was so much more work, but I needed to remind because like with the trailer, we just show up and everything's inside the trailer. With the
Mm.
portable bars, I have to set up the bars because I get there before the girls get there. I have to set up at this one, we had to set up two different locations. One was like right next to the tent, and the other was like a little bit further from the wedding tent. I had to bring all the juices, all the sodas, all the, coolers, like everything. And, then when the girls got there, they had to set up the bars and we had to bring everything back versus just like putting it all back into the trailer and it
That's
all being
true.
like right there. So that was really challenging. But again, I wouldn't have been able to do three events. And the revenue that I got from those two satellite bars was more than one of the events I did with the trailer. So I have to like remember
Wow.
that. Yeah. Um, so I really have to like remind myself that when I first started the trailer, it was hard then too. I look back and I like couldn't even tow the trailer by myself. Like I would freak out about it. And I couldn't back it up. I couldn't, I didn't know how much ice to bring. I didn't know how much this and that and that. And but then I got the hang
Yeah.
of it. Practice makes perfect. And I know that I'll get that way with these bars too. But it's
Yeah.
just, change is really hard. I was very against it. But my mobile bar coach was really supportive of all of it and just like really kind of like reminded me reasons that the trailer is not, yes, the vintage horse is the horse trailer, but the premise of my business is a good bartender and
Yeah.
a fun service. Like it doesn't have to be out of the trailer. It can be out of a portable bar. It can be out of anywhere. So it was just like a good reminder to kind of see all that happen. But evolving your business, and that was my word for the year,
Yeah.
evolve.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, but evolving the business and adding things, is definitely scary, but it's totally worth it. And they always say like you don't grow when you're comfortable, you grow when you're uncomfortable. And I just think it's so important to continue to be uncomfortable in your business.
Yeah. Mm. That's a really interesting phrase.
Yeah.
Kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I've been feeling the same kind of era lately with um just like growing into my business like you are right now too. And like little note, like little story I guess I'll share, but it's not like important or anything. But um similar to you with like figuring out the kinks and everything with like setting up the bar and everything like that. Last year was my first year doing video, and so uncomfortable figuring out how to bring everything. Like I have now tripods and I have sound equipment and now I have lighting and I have like so many more things to bring versus photographers they can just put it in like a fanny pack or a backpack and like wear a cute little camera harness and like that's all they have to carry with them. But with me now, I have to bring so much stuff, just like stuff. And before, I would just make trips to my car and like walk back and forth with like armloads of my tripods and everything and have my second shooters come and like help me with my car and stuff. And this year, I put my foot down and I was like, why have I been doing this when I could just put it in a cart? And so I bought a $30 cart for like the beach at Walmart or something. And I was like, I'll just put everything in the cart, put it in my trunk because I've got a big like hatchback car SUV. I was like, I could just put the whole thing in my trunk. And it's heavy, but it'll be like 5 minutes of pain versus like walking back and forth from a venue is sometimes like, yeah, like a 10-minute walk. You know how like some of these venues, like it could be a tent in like the back, or the parking could be far or upstairs or something like that. And now I can just bring my little wagon in an elevator and everything is good. So this year I have been evolving in balancing those details and figuring out what the best balance is for my business for me personally and like my personal and my work life and just like enjoying shooting better. And I've just been enjoying shooting so much. And I am not like a person for stress. I'm the opposite of you. I don't thrive in an uncomfortable environment. And I actually feel like I've been growing more with being balanced than uncomfortable. Like I'm liking my work a lot more. I'm excited to work a lot more. I'm more passionate about it. I'm more into sharing about it. I've been on TikTok so much and like making TikToks and on my reels and like Instagram. I made a cute little video because I felt balanced and had the time. Like I do better when I feel like I have time, and I made enough time for myself to make a cute little like come with me to a wedding day video. And I've done that for the past two weddings. And so like yeah, like so having like the balance and the time for me to slow down and like enjoy it and soak things in. Like I remember to take behind the scenes. I have time to take behind the scenes and time to edit these cute little videos and whatever. And so that's just been my life lately is I've been feeling very balanced in my life, which is good. My editing list is good and I'm not behind and everything has been pretty good. I'm close, but everything's been pretty good considering that June is a crazy month. I feel like I'm doing really well. And so that's just like I'm feeling very good recently, but it's also a huge learning curve and uncomfortable from last year was just like seeing what didn't work and implementing better ways and making my editing timelines different and thinking what can I do better next year and actually making the changes. And so I'm reaping the benefits this year, and that is my update.
Oh my God. I love that. And I just want to say, like, isn't it so weird? Because I feel like I'm home with my kids right now. They're home from, summer break and they're not in camp yet. And somehow I'm getting a little bit more work done than I did the times that they were in school. But I think it's like a different, like, I want to work on my business right now.
Yeah.
Whereas like 2 months ago, I did not want to work on my business at all, like at all. Responding to an email would be the only thing I would do. Like I would not, and you know me, I love social media. So I was like
Yeah.
fine with
Yeah. Yeah.
that. But like I wasn't doing things that I wanted to do. Like I wasn't doing my marketing side of it. I wasn't doing like other
Me
things.
too.
And like now I want to. And I think it's
Yeah.
because someone, I think it was my mobile bar coach, but someone once told me like once you start like I'm going to use a weird analogy, but like once you start the train, it like keeps going. Let's use something else. So train's
Oh,
not a
the
good
like
one.
momentum of it.
momentum of like your
Yeah.
business, like you keep going with it. And I feel like that's where we are right now. Like our momentum is so high. We're
Yeah.
so excited. We're so like into our businesses right now that I also feel like the leads are coming in for me because I'm just in like a happy place in my
Yeah.
business. They always say like when you are good, like your business is good, things are good. And I just think I'm just good right now.
Yeah.
You
I
know, like
love that.
yeah.
I love that. It's
Yeah.
like good karma. You're putting out good energy, and so the leads and the good energy is coming right back to you.
And it's been like really good leads. Like I just got
Oh,
we have a local chapter of Make-A-Wish Foundation and right here in Trumbull. And I just got like an amazing lead for them. And it's just like could be potential like future business and just like
yeah. Wow.
it just like I think that gets me excited. So then like when other leads come in, I'm like quick to respond to them. And you know, I think that's what it is. I think the momentum is just like on such a good like high right now that I just keep going with it.
Oh, I love that so much. I love that so much. This is exactly what I wanted to talk about today was just like the why of our businesses and like the reason why we're doing it, just because it brings us so much joy. Like, and
It
like this
really
is the
does.
best feeling ever, just having this conversation. And I
Yeah.
just this is what I wanted to talk about because all of my sessions have been feeling like this lately. Like all of the weddings I've been having have been the same as the bride that you just had. Like the best people I could spend my time with. Like that's how I've been feeling with every person that I've been meeting with lately to take their photos. It's like I wouldn't want to be anywhere else right now. Like this is the best person I could ever shoot with. And then I'll do it again the next day with a totally different couple and have the exact same feeling and go, what that like how is that even possible that
Oh my
all of these
God.
people are perfect? Like
I know. I
it's
know.
just a crazy feeling.
And you know, we can say no to customers, but like at the end of the day, like we can't pick our clients, like they
We
pick
don't know
us.
sometimes. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it's just it's so awesome. But I also want to talk about like I know one of the things we want to talk about was like the purpose of our business and the purpose of like why we do what we're doing and things like that. And I've kind of had like a realization in my business being like this is my third season, this is like my third year in business, and they say a lot of things happen with your third year in business. I don't know like what the statistics are,
Hmm.
but like year three is there's like a lot of things that happen, like especially with mobile bars. They say, well, they say in the first 18 months you usually sell. If you're not, if you don't hit six figures, you usually sell your business because it's just not for all the work you're doing, it doesn't make sense if you're not making the money to make up for the work that you're doing because this
Mm-hmm.
business is not easy. But then they say year three, a lot of mobile bars almost like find something, I don't want to say bigger, but like they find something more. And I feel like I'm like there. Not that the vintage horse is going anywhere. I don't see it going anywhere within the next few years, but I definitely don't enjoy as much being behind the bar than I used to,
Okay.
which is what this business. Like I did not, I have two small kids who are going to be playing sports on weekends. Like my mindset for this business was not to be behind the bar forever. My mindset wasn't even to be behind the bar for this long, but I still do enjoy it for the most part.
Yeah.
But these last weekends, like the wedding I did where I was just like managing and I wasn't like making the drinks and, you know, being in front of the customers, it just made me realize that that's the side of this business I want to be on more so that I can focus on other things in the long run, wherever it is. I don't even know what it is yet. But it was just really interesting to see that. And I had a moment with my mobile bar coach. We do every month we do like a I don't know what it's called, but like we basically you can talk about a topic on your business and like the group it's on a Zoom call and the group like breaks down like their experiences and then our coach like shares her feedback and all of that. And she basically I was telling her how I feel like in this weird space and whatever. And she actually, I don't know if it's about me, but I'm pretty sure she did a podcast episode like a week later about this topic. And I was like, that was so about me. But it was just saying that like I feel like I'm here for more. And when I started my business, it was because I lost my job during COVID. And that's it. This was just something I was like, you know what? I need to find an income. This seems like a really cool idea. Like, let's roll with it. And then I was trying to get more events, make more money. And then it turned into like a purpose of I was helping people be able to enjoy their events by creating a really easy, seamless bar experience for them. And then it turned into like me doing more weddings and seeing like how much the couple enjoyed that they didn't have to stress about the bar at all. And they knew that they were in good hands with me. And now I feel like there's like more for me and there's like more to come and just more. Like that's the word I'm going to use is I just feel like there's more. And I think that's a good thing. I think that's me like growing in my business, growing in, you know, I keep saying like I built the first trailer, I built portable bars, now I built the second trailer, I built more portable bars. So like now it's like what's next for me? So it's amazing to be able to look back and see like what I did in 3 years, which is crazy. But like, okay, now like what's next kind of thing.
Yeah. I don't think we'll ever stop. I think we're always going to be adding things into it and different additions and fine tune things always. And yeah, I don't think that's ever going to change. But it's funny that like for you, it's been like every year.
I know.
You're
I
like,
know.
I thought about something new next. It's funny.
It's crazy. And now I'm doing social media and I like
Mhm.
actually social media management and I actually started I have one client who is a friend, like a business friend, and she posted randomly like when I was thinking about doing social media on her story and was like, I'm looking for a social media manager. And I was like, well, I'm thinking of starting it. And she's like, oh my God, I could be like your first client, blah, blah, blah. So it's been
Wow.
amazing. I've learned a lot and I'm grateful that she's almost like allowing me to like use her as my like guinea pig.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's been amazing. So,
So good.
yeah, who knows where that's going to go to. But yeah, I feel like there's more. There's more
Yeah.
for Jen Milano. So we'll
Oh
see
my
where it's going to
gosh.
go.
So more for Jen Milano, like than the vintage horse. Like, are you talking about like more within the vintage horse or something different?
I think something different. I don't like, I think that I'm at a good place in my business where I feel the girls can really work the business now.
Hmm,
And
hmm.
I have to let myself go though. Like I haven't been able to let myself go. But like this weekend, I have two events and like the one that I'm working by myself, I easily could have had one of the girls do it. But like I'm okay with still doing stuff like that. I think it's when I have like the three header events, like I should just be like coming home, debriefing from
Yeah,
like all the setup, all the drop offs, all of that, and then go pick up the next day and let the girls
yeah,
work the event.
yeah.
You know,
Ready to
like
be
I,
on call if something happens.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly. So I think like that's where I'm kind of heading to with the business. Like it's not
Cool.
going anywhere, but I think it's just, yeah, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes.
Wow. That is so, so cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
We'll
have a
see.
couple weddings coming up this year with associate shooters where I'm shooting on a day and then I'm having some girls cover other days or like other weddings for me on the same day. Um,
Mm.
so we'll see if I enjoy that too because I
That's
love
exciting.
editing. I actually like editing more than I like shooting sometimes. And so I'm like, this might not be so bad, actually. So we'll see. We'll see about that. And then we'll see about what 2025 looks like because I've already had to do that once actually. We haven't talked. I had like I was gonna say like a foot injury. It wasn't even that bad. I had like
Wait,
really bad poison ivy on my ankles. But
Megan was climbing in poison
oh,
ivy.
well, as a photographer does, of course. Um, but
Be like a
yeah,
real, like true life. I'm a photographer and I got massive, like crazy poison ivy.
like and poison ivy, like when you just say it like that, it's like okay, no big deal. Like you were itchy. My ankle was swollen double its size. I couldn't walk on it. It hurt so much just because of the pressure of like the blood going to like pooling in my ankle or whatever. And like the blisters. Oh my God, it was horrible. I had to go to the urgent care and they prescribed me like these heavy steroids for 10 days. And I had to take four of them. And I was like, this is literally the worst thing ever. And I couldn't walk. The blisters were like bleeding. It was horrible. TMI, but it was like the worst thing I've ever experienced. And
Do you think it's poison oak or do you know it was poison ivy?
I never even saw it. I don't know where I got it. I don't know what day it was. I just know that I got it and I got it really, really bad. It could have been poison sumac, poison oak. Like I really have no idea. And I'm pretty good at like recognizing it because I know that I get it pretty bad and I never
Mm.
saw it. So I must have just been like in the zone shooting
Yep.
somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have no clue.
Oh
I
my
have no clue.
God.
No freaking clue. But
Oh,
I had a big photo video wedding day and my ankle hurt so much. And so I was icing it for like 2 days straight, like elevating it, trying, and was like, okay, well, gotta suck it up and go. So went and like my ankle was wrapped and I like bailed in cocktail hour. I was stayed, but like I went to my car for cocktail hour. I was like, you guys have to cover cocktail hour for me. I need to change my bandages. Like I the blisters like popped and like went through all my bandages and I couldn't walk. And I was like, I just need a minute alone. Also, this was
yeah.
one of like the best weddings I've ever had. I love all the photos, all the videos, like everything came out so amazing. And I'm like, damn, I wonder what it would have been like if I was at 100%. Like, I can only imagine how much more amazing it could have been if I could have walked.
Yeah.
And or like, walked well. I like tried
Yeah.
not to walk.
Ah,
I of course was walking and didn't tell anybody that I was suffering, but like, like if I was able to run around, like I could have, I'm just like, I wish, So so that was on a Friday. Saturday morning, I went to urgent care, got a
mm,
lot of drugs, and then was on Benadryl and stuff like that. And I was like, I am supposed to be shooting an elopement tomorrow. And
ah,
I like it's just an elopement, like it's simple. It's like 2 hour coverage, but like it's a building and they look with 3 floors and they want to use the staircases and like I really don't want to climb the stairs 5 times and I know that I will. And I was like, this is probably not in the cards for me. And so I had somebody from my team shoot it for me last minute, day before. I texted her at the urgent care and I was like, hey, I don't think I don't think I can do it tomorrow. Can you do it?
God.
And she was like, yeah, I can switch some things around, but like I can do it. And she covered it and everything was great. And she sent me the photos online and it came out beautiful. Sent them their sneak peeks as if I was the one there. Um, no harm, no foul. The bride was totally cool about it. I texted her when I was at the urgent care, when I was texting my associate, and I was like, hey, I just got off the phone with an associate. Like she's on deck. I told her everything. She's in the loop. Here's her number. But I can't walk and I'm really sorry. And
Ah.
everything ended up great. But I don't know why I was telling you that story, but just that it went well. And
Talking about that you enjoy the editing side
oh
more sometimes.
yeah, yeah, and just that it went well, and it really wasn't that hard to let go as much as I thought it was going to be. And I've never had somebody associate shoot something for me. I've had second shooters with me there, doing the groom getting ready at a different hotel or something like that, and that's normal. But like I'm there,
Yeah.
sort of. I've never had somebody, be be there and just be them. But it went really, really well. And I have that coming up for 2 more weddings this year that are like big weddings, big normal weddings, not like an elopement.
Yep.
Um, and so I'm really excited about those and hoping that works out. And so for 2025, after this experience, I've been really actually offering that and not just out of necessity because, I know the bride or because the bride knows this associate or something, but offering it to everybody else because it went really well and I really like the editing and I don't know. It really was not that bad. And I've been fine tuning my editing process too to be able to cycle through things a lot quicker and cull my photos and edit them and do the sneak peeks faster. And I've been getting out my galleries like 2 weeks early lately. And I'm like, I could definitely take on more. And maybe I can't take on more shooting, but like,
Mhm.
I don't have
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't
Oh
have
my
to.
God. I love that. It's funny because I remember for some reason this is like bringing back a memory to one of our conversations where you were like, I could never see myself like not being there.
I
And
know. I know. I know. I remember that.
I said the same thing. And launching this, like, if I only had one trailer, I never would have been in this mindset. But now that I'm having two trailers and I physically can't be at two places at once, now I can do three events in one
Yeah.
day. Like, what? Like, that's just crazy. But that's like the point of growing in entrepreneurship. It's learning the kinks and getting out those like your own personal like hurdles that
Yeah.
you feel that you can't do, and you're standing in your own way at that point. And
Oh my
that's what we were
gosh.
doing, you know,
That's
like
such a good point, is that they're not hurdles of your business. They're like personal hurdles of your mindset.
yeah. That's a lot of what we're
Wow.
learning in my coaching program. Like she's not just like a mobile bar coach that's like, okay, like you need this many juices, you need this much ice, you need this, you know that once you've been in business for a few months, you understand that. She's more helping us with like our mindset and changing like the way that we project our business onto other people. And like she's very big on like telling a story about your business. Like anyone can be a bartender, but like especially now in Connecticut, there's so many mobile bars popping up. It's like wild. And being in the business for 3 years, and photography is a huge, you know,
Saturated. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
market. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. And like the mobile bar scene is coming into that too.
Mhm.
But it's like, how do you stand out as your business? How do you stand out as Jen Milano? How do you stand out as Megan? Like how are you standing out as a person? And that's going to allow you to share your story to your potential customers. And it took me a while to like figure out that mindset of you can have a white mobile bar horse trailer and I'm still going to be better than you. No offense, but I'm going to be better because I'm a different person than you are. And every client that wants to work with me might not want to work with you. So it's like you have to change the mindset of, oh my God, there's so much competition. Oh my God, there's so much this, of there's so many events to go around. Like we can all share the wealth. And it's just like how you approach things is really what I'm like learning this season.
Yeah. Wow.
I have to
Blew
share
my
something 'cause
mind.
I have to get it off my chest. So I never really post on Facebook because I do reels and my reels don't come over to Facebook. But doing my social media management, I'm now learning that posts are now getting more attraction than reels. They're like going back and forth. And
Oh.
yeah, now posts are doing better than reels. It's very interesting. It goes back and forth all the time. But so I did a post the other day. I think, oh, when I took two pictures of launching my new portable bars.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was a picture, so it went over to my Facebook. And I checked it today and I posted that I think like 2 days ago. And I checked it today and someone wrote a comment saying that my satellite bar looked just like another like Connecticut mobile bar. And I'm not gonna like name names or anything, but it's funny because they built a horse trailer that looks identical to mine. And it
Ah,
wasn't them who did it. It was like, I don't know, maybe one of their clients, or I honestly think it was like someone being shady and like someone in the business, but whatever.
yeah.
And they were like, be sure, and they tagged the bar, and they were like, their pricing is great. Be sure to like look them up. And it's such a shame that people are copying their business. And I'm like, I had to take like a woosah. I responded, which I don't usually respond to stuff like that, but this one just like really, really got to me. And then I like deleted it and hid it because I was like, why am I tapping into
Yeah,
this? Like
yeah.
I'm better than this. Yeah. But it just like goes back to like you have to be your own person. And there can be 1,000 photographers, there can be 1,000 mobile bars, but what are you doing to stand out in your business? And that's like what it comes down to at the end of
And
the
that
day. But
also, that there can be similarities between you and other businesses, but the essence of your businesses are different. Like, sure, maybe you guys both made white bars. Okay, that's like, I'm sorry, but that's not really groundbreaking and that's not copying. Like, it's a white bar and your drinks are
yeah,
different, and the drinks is what your business is about. It's not about the look of the plain white bar.
yeah,
Not that it
yeah,
wasn't beautiful, because it is, and I love the little texture in it and everything. But like, the horse trailer is your bar and the drinks are your bar.
yeah. And the bartenders,
I
like
don't know.
at the end of the day,
Yes.
like you can
Yeah.
like make a pretty drink and make it taste good, but like, are you also giving the personality that people want when you come up to a bar? Like,
Mhm.
are you just saying, hey, what can I get for you? Or are you really giving that like interaction and experience that people want? And at the end of the day, and same thing with photography, like
Yeah.
you're with your bride all freaking day. Like, if
Yep.
you're not giving her that like attention that she deserves and that like you're like her hype girl for the day.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and like photography style, like my photos could look the same as another photographer's, but you're right, the shooting experience is going to be different. Like I'm more of a hands-off photographer. Like that experience could be different than somebody who could produce the same photo, you know? But I
Yeah,
don't
no,
know.
yeah, it's true.
To each
But
his own.
otherwise,
I have a similar story. I'll make it short and quick. We're probably going to lose Zoom in a second, and then we'll have to get back on. So if there's a cut, that's why. But um remember when my business name used to be my first name, last name photography, like everybody else? And then once I registered my business as an LLC with the state, I was like, you know what? I'm going to change my business name while I'm doing this to Megan Ann Imagery because then if my last name changes in the future, then like so be it. My middle name's not going to change. I changed my business name to imagery instead of photography, thinking that, oh, in the future, if I add on video, then that kind of covers all my bases too. And people won't get confused or, it won't put me in a box or anything like that. And also not that like creative of a name, Megan and imagery. Like it's like it works, it flows nice. I feel like, but at the same time, it's not like Wild Lily, like the event planner that we've had on. Like that's a creative
yeah.
business name. Mine's just my name. But anyway, so I posted like a launch and I was like, welcome to the new business, like Megan and imagery, blah, blah, blah. And this one girl commented on it being like, wow, so creative. Like you stole this from my mom. She's a better photographer than you and she has more clients than you anyway. And like blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my God, pump the brakes. What was going on? And she was like stalking me. She was commenting on every post. She was messaging me multiple times every day. She submitted inquiries like through my portal and everything. She for like a week straight like wouldn't stop messaging me saying that I was copying her mom for using the name imagery in my business name because she's another photographer that has the word imagery, I guess, in her business name. And I was like,
Wait, but her name wasn't even Megan.
no, no, it was like a totally different business name. It was
Stop.
one word. And I was like, okay.
Oh
And
my God.
and like I don't know how old this girl was. Like she could have been like 12. Like I have literally no freaking clue who she was or who her mom even was. Like I literally have no clue what was going on at all. But she wouldn't stop harassing me. And I was like, I just ignored every comment, deleted them, didn't respond, like would delete the DMs when they would come in. And eventually it just stopped. And I was like, okay, great. Maybe I blocked her. I don't remember, but it just like would literally wouldn't stop. And so feel
Oh.
your pain on that because like
And
the
it's
white
just
bar
like,
thing
it's
bugs me
very,
too because I'm like kind of like who cares?
yeah, exactly. And like, I don't know, just for like someone to go out of their way and comment, and I've had, we'll call them
Yeah,
trolls.
like it's hurtful for
My
no for why?
fair,
For what?
I've had my fair share of trolls, and I usually just like let it go. I'm like, you have nothing better to do than comment on social media. Like, that is the highlight of your day. But this one like totally got to me. And I was like, I was a little mad at myself for like caving and giving in and responding because I never do. But sometimes I can't even imagine someone being like harassing me. You're way kinder than I am because I would have gone off on this person.
Well, I was also like reminding myself that like she kept referring to her mother. And so I'm like,
Right.
okay, this isn't even the business. Like this isn't even that person.
So
And I also don't know how who this even is or how old they are. Like I'm just gonna let it go. Just
that
gonna
is
let it go. She's like trying to
crazy.
protect her family, but it's just
Yeah.
a little out of pocket. I don't know.
It's
Don't
crazy.
don't let it get to you.
I know, I know. I need to remind myself, especially like we were just talking, but this is also like to remind people too that like, because I know we are not the only ones that experience this. So it's also to like remind people that do you in your business and try to like cancel all the noise that comes in because as
Yeah.
hard as it is, it's like they say like not to check your email or your Instagram or whatever first thing in the morning because for an email, like when I used to work corporate, like I could get an email that could ruin my entire day. And I literally just woke up and I'm like, you have to remind yourself that like you need to set the tone for your day and you need to set the tone for your week and month and year. And it's
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's like how you perceive things is how other people are also going to perceive you and your business. So it's like, if I'm bashing someone else, people are going to see that. It's on social media. So it's like I have to remind myself to be like the professional and to be professional as hard as it is. But you just have to remind yourself that, someone could just be having a really, really bad day and you
Yeah.
never know what someone else is going through.
Yeah.
And they could have just taken it out on you for whatever reason.
Yeah. Internet is a crazy, crazy place.
Oh my God, it really is. It's
Sometimes.
wild. It's wild.
Mm.
But yeah, this episode was really just to kind of like recap on, we were talking about slow season so much and now we're
Yeah.
in crazy busy season. And I'm so proud of us for keeping this podcast going because I know it's like something in addition to our business that sometimes could easily fall on the back burner. We could have easily been like, you know what, let's pick this back up after busy season. But I feel like my purpose, and I know it's yours too, is to remind people that they're not alone. And as busy as you are, and I get it all the time where people are like, I don't know how you do it. And I'm like, I don't know how I do it either. But you figure out things that you enjoy doing. And when I first started my business, my vintage horse, I was working a full-time corporate job. Well, it was COVID at first, but then I was working a full-time corporate job. I had two kids under the age of two and could not get any work done. And I was waking up at 5 a.m., getting work done until they woke up, not doing anything all day in the business, and then going to bed at midnight, sometimes 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, working on my business because those were the times I could do it. So you really figure it out. Like that's just like what it is. And as an entrepreneur, and I know you're the same way, like we just figure it out.
Yeah.
And we were able to use Zoom to figure this out
Yeah.
when graciously I said to Megan, I was like, I don't know when we are going to be able to record because I literally we came on the Zoom call and I threatened my kids and I was like, do not come into my bedroom or you're in trouble. And the first thing that happens is my son comes in my bedroom.
I just wanted to say hi. It was a quick, but
He did. He wanted to say
this
hi to
was
Megan.
this was quick. I'm glad that this worked out and that yeah, we were able to pivot and still make it happen because back to the why of our business is like this is why we're doing the podcast is to be able to connect with each other when life is crazy and when we really need another shoulder. And it's nice that like sometimes busy season is when people need it. Sometimes slow season is when people need it. And it could be, now more than ever than some people. So, I don't know. I'm glad that we were able to make it work.
Me
And
too. And I feel like selfishly, like we need each other
we
at times.
do.
I wish I was next to you, but
Next one.
um,
Next.
yeah.
We'll see. Maybe.
I think like doing this is a topic, or whatever topic we talk about, it's like an outlet in the business where I can just like be us and like we can share our stories, we can share ups and downs. And, I just think that it's so important that we do this, not only for ourselves, but also to help other people.
Yeah.
But
Business
I love it.
therapy.
It is our business therapy. Yes.
That's really cute. Yeah, it is. Uh,
Coming up this week.
what?
What do you have coming up this weekend?
This weekend, I have a wedding on Friday. I'm associate shooting for a friend of mine who's having a baby. She's having her
Oh,
baby in like 2 weeks or a week, or who knows. But she is really not able to shoot right now. And so I'm shooting for her on Friday. And then on Saturday, I have a wedding in New Hampshire. Yes.
stop.
Yes, yes, yes. Um,
Um,
so yes, I'm really, really excited about that. Two brides, Alexandra and Brianna. I'm excited to meet
oh,
you.
gross.
Yeah, and weirdly, I have two weddings at this same venue this year. Totally different couples. They don't know each other.
What part of New Hampshire is it?
I don't even know how to say it. Um, Sanborn, Sanborn,
Okay. Mm. Is
Sanborn.
it like
I don't know. It's like
like
middle of
okay.
the state. It's like 4 hours away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 3.5, something like that. I
Yeah.
mean, 4 hours probably with traffic because
Is it by Keene?
let's see. I want to say it's more by like Concord.
Okay. 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 Yeah.
Uh,
Love New
yeah,
Hampshire.
it's
Well, we
north of Concord. Let me see where Keene is.
okay. We leave for the Cape on Sunday, and I'm so excited. Actually, you would appreciate this too. So if you guys are still listening, we're just gonna gossip really quick. Not gossip, we're just gonna chat really quick before we end. But my vacation this next week, we're staying at this like beautiful inn on Cape Cod. My mother-in-law got us for Christmas. And then we're extending, and my father-in-law and got us this like glamping. They got us a gift certificate to this glamping campsite where you can rent Airstreams, and we're staying in an Airstream. So excited. It's going to be
That's really
awesome. It's
fun.
called Auto Camp. They're like popping up all over, but this one's in Falmouth, Cape Cod,
Oh,
and I'm so
cool.
excited. Yes.
Oh, that is going to be
Yes.
amazing.
I know. I miss recording in the trailer.
Oh, our little studio.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Uh,
Oh,
yeah.
but yeah, excited. It'll be fun. I'm super excited. I know we talked about like previously where like we go on vacation, we'd bring our laptops and we'd do this. And I think I'm at a place right now where I'm actually going to bring my laptop only because I like have been getting up early and working, and now I can do it on the
Hmm.
ocean. So I'm like, done. But I'm at a point where I don't feel like it's work right now. And I'm enjoying responding to emails, and I'm enjoying being able to open my computer and
Yeah.
respond to an email. And I think I've just like changed the story and the narrative of like, oh my God, I have to respond to this email
Right.
to I
I
get to
get
respond
to.
to this. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think it's just been like so amazing. But yeah, so anyway, I am bringing my laptop. I am going to do some work. For the most part, I'll be like out of office, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
I
excited.
like
So
that. I like that. I like that a lot. I've been
yeah.
feeling like that a lot lately too. Like I've been working sometimes some late days, if Jake is working late and I don't have anywhere to go, then I'll take advantage of the time and I'll work late too. And I've been enjoying it a lot too. Like I'll listen to music and I'll sing along and I've been really loving like my little editing castle over here. And it's like it's not something I feel like I have to do either. It's something I feel like I have to do in my heart, not that I have to do on my calendar. So I get to edit my photos too. Like that's how I've been feeling also. So I'm glad that you're going to bring it, but that you don't have to, but you can if you want to
Yeah,
because you
exactly.
want to. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you have
Yeah.
a great Sunday. I
Thank
hope you have a great
you.
like two on Saturday, two weddings on Saturday.
I have two, neither of them are weddings actually, which is nice. One is a big 180 person birthday party. No big deal. Yeah.
Celebrity
100
or what? That's crazy.
day.
Huh?
Yes. A 40th birthday party.
Ah,
180 people. I don't know that many. We had that many at my wedding.
wow. That's crazy.
And then the other is a another birthday party, really small. It's like 30 or 40 people. So yeah, so we'll
Well,
be we'll be doing that, and then I'm taking off. So I'm excited, but we will be back in 2 weeks after
mhm.
this.
Yep.
Maybe in person, maybe on Zoom.
Crossing my fingers for in person.
I
I'd like to give you a
know.
hug.
Maybe we'll do a nighttime one. My kids start camp. Well, they don't start until the till July, but maybe we could do a nighttime one at some point.
Yeah, we can see what's what.
Yeah. All right. Well, have an amazing weekend with weddings, and I'll talk to you before then, I'm sure.
Yeah. All
All
right.
right. Cheers.
Bye.